Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, a new reading. I feel like we should just get into it and let's see what's around this beautiful collective that we're going to read on today. And hope you all having an amazing day. Feeling good, feeling well. It's like there's something in the air. I feel like it is a season. Isn't that what you say, like a season of change or something like that, right? Isn't it? Because you can't really say it the other way around. Like change. It's a season of change. That's what I feel like. We have entanglement, and I split on that, but entanglement. Number 25 could be a significant something maybe to do with the mind that's going on with this collective. Like, we will just get into it and see. So, the beautiful collective that I am tapping into. Oh, that's right. I have a plan about this reading. Maybe I should start off by saying that. I feel like it's important that you see it me. I have a plan. I was thinking that today I would do like what you think it's going on versus what's really going on. I feel like that would be an interesting outlook to take in this giving moment of time, like with all of the changes. Are you seeing everything? Are you seeing everything? Or is there some things that you aren't seeing, or whatever it may be? I just felt like that would be a good outlook to take that and make the reading about what you think versus what they think or they see or they have planned, right? It's always a bit fun. So if we take you as a collective's perspective first. So what, Spirit, does this collective think is going on with them in this moment of time? I just want to get another deck to start out with. I feel like we need to, where is it? There's so many decks I can't even find. I want to start with the little black ones just to get into it. So what does this collective think it's around them in this moment of time? And I have to be a little careful at the time. Maybe that's important for you. At least I'm just saying it. I have somewhere to be within, not within, but like we have more or less an hour maximum before I have to go. So I need to see if I can get this reading within an hour. Fingers crossed. There's always hoping, always hoping. But let's see. What does this collective think? What do they see as being around them? What? Mirror. So, mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflecting on wounds and introspection. So it could be like you feel like you are in a mirrored connection. You could also be thinking that in this moment of time you are mirroring with someone, if you know it for a fact, or it's your intuition. Like you could be focusing on the self-image, how you see yourself. If you're doing mirror work, beautiful. It's always a really, really good thing to do. You could have like, and every deviation, it's for a reason, but you could be feeling like you don't really like always the reflection that's in the mirror. Like you're a bit hard on yourself. I wouldn't go as far as saying like it you have I was about to say disease, that sounds so big, but that you can gravitate towards having negative words to say within your own mind when it comes to looking at the reflection you are shown in the mirror about yourself. You tend maybe to focus on the things that you don't like instead of either falling in love with them, with all the parts of yourself, looking at all of the things, like shifting our focus to all of the things that are very beautiful about you. For instance, let's just say you look in the mirror and you don't like your thighs, for instance, but you love your eyes. Then start being intentional about yourself. First of all, I feel like when you go to look in the mirror, then lock in to yourself with your eyes. Don't go down there and look at what you don't like. Focus on what you do like. But mirror work, it's amazing to shift your energy, and you need to like figure out why you would hate a beautiful, strong, amazing body, having a body that is healthy. You have legs that can carry you. You may think they're too big. That's like society's, can you say, expectations being put on you, and it's horrible with the body images that can be in this day and age. And maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's a massive shift within that. I see, and thank God I see that, but a lot of girls with a beautiful curvy body. It's about saying it right, because I do not want to sound like I am talking down to any groups or any girls, any women out there that do have a shape, because they are beautiful. I look at them, I wish. Oh, and you can always say that. I get it. Me, I'm more like I'm straight up and down. I don't really have shape. That's just how it is. And I have needed to deal with that. So I get it, like, but in my own way, you know. It's all about the perception and where we gravitate towards within ourselves. But I feel like, and thank God, like I said, I am seeing a lot of women that do have something on their body. They haven't, can you say that? They have a beautiful behind, and it may be big, but what is big really? Like, they just have a beautiful body in a shape, and they carry it with so much power and so much strength and so much sass. And maybe that's what you are missing, collective, like getting that. And it comes down to getting it total basic, us not loving ourselves in the right way. There is something big or small broken within us due to something we have experienced within our lives. Maybe being told that, maybe having grandparents that was always like getting you small jabs about your weight or the way you looked, and therefore it has been like implanting in you that looking the way you do, there's something wrong with that. There isn't. But it's something that we, with ourselves, needs to deal with. All of this will resonate, I feel like, with the right collective. All of my deviations in a reading, there's always a reason for it. So if that's the way you feel, it's beautiful. If you're focusing on mirror work, I feel like this collective would, like, you are aware of it and you're trying to shift out of it. You're trying in your own way to navigate through this. That's what I feel like. But again, like we said, you could very much also be thinking that you are in a mirrored connection right here, right now. So let's get a bit more into it. This collective, what do they think is going on in this moment of time? Cassette. Okay, I'm just going to give one more. Oh, and date. Okay. So something that you're replaying, right? Outdated thinking, conditions, replaying events over in your head. So yeah, of course, outdated thinking that occurs, that deviation we just did about the body image could tie into that. But then we have the date. Not that they have to go like together, but often I find that there's like, and there's a reason why we say everything, a red thread to connect the dots, right? Meeting someone new, that's the date card. Meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, planning, set a date. You could be very much, and I said that with the card here in the bottom, like the entanglement, you could be very much feeling like you're in your head right now. And that could be what you are replaying, overthinking in your mind. And it could also be about the date, like, are we mirroring, is what I'm hearing. Are we mirroring in this moment of time? Am I just replaying this? Is this just, or should I just get back out there? Like, am I focusing way too much on things I should not focus on? And like we said, a bit of it, like not enough, maybe feeling like that within your own rights, right? Okay, a bit more for what this collective think is going on. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. And love call, okay. Okay, well, yeah, I feel like you could be, again, with the outdated thinking, but you could also be thinking, because if you feel like a sense of overwhelm, right? And you sit there and it just kind of hit you, and out of nowhere, you do not know where it comes from. You are in your own little bubble, doing you, being more than fine, just doing your thing, right? And all of a sudden, all of these emotions just come knocking in. You would be thinking, are we mirroring right now? Is there something, a person connected to me wants to maybe take me out? Are they gonna call, reach out? Like, getting that feeling out of nowhere could be an indication of the deviation with the red thread. Like I said, everything we say in a reading is for a reason. Reason. So don't make things fit. Don't make things fit. When watching collective readings online and not having personal readings done directly for you, you need to be very good with choosing or knowing discernment. You need to know yourself and your process of thought. You need to reflect upon, does this actually resonate? Because I believe that when a reading is truly for you, you will know. It's like you feel drawn to it, you feel called to it. And the things that are being said, it's just like it ticks something off, like within your mind. You could get physical symptoms like goosebumps or chills, or if you have like sage, that's a good indicator. Put on some sage, and if you feel or see that the smoke is coming towards you, it could be an indicator. A really good thing is to be outside, have signs that you allocate, or even when the reading begins, like say, if this is for me, I want X, Y, and Z to be said. It's also a way you can, I don't want to say test necessarily, but like feel or get to see, is me and my intuition on point, right? Again, there's a reason why we say everything. So this collective, either you must have been going over it with the cassette, the replaying, overthinking, whatnot in your head. Or it could be as simple as you have been asking yourself that. How can I know if the reading is for me? How am I able to tell? Because when being online and being opened up to this spiritual universe, there are readings left, right, and center. And if you do not know, and maybe that's a lack of a better word, but again, I feel like it's making sense, at least it is up here. If you do not know yourself, or you do not know how to be truthful toward yourself, you can make everything fit. You can make everything fit. So just be a little critical when listening, and maybe allocate signs that are significant to you. It could be colors, it could be words, it could be plants, it could be like numbers, of course, but that's more like, I feel, the angels are talking to us through those numbers. So more if they come up with, it like clicks with you because, I've been shown that a lot and now they're talking about it. That could be a sign, But find something that for you makes sense when it comes to that. It's all about what you choose and what resonates with you and your core. But find signs that for you, then there's something here I need to hear, see, think about, whatever it might be, right? But moving a bit on, shall we? So I'm just a bit because now looking at it, it could also be that you are ascending from maybe this, like replaying events over in your head when it comes to expecting like a love call, but I will just get into it. So if we take like date, love call stuff here, what's it about? What does this collective think around that? Like love call, date. Golden mirror. The self of sword, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Can I have one more for that? A grim reaper. What's the ascension? Who? Not enough. Well, that's good. If you feel like you're going through an ascension period when it comes to not being enough, I feel like I need to split these. That deviation we did in the beginning with saying that maybe you are replaying something when it comes to, is this done? Do I need to let this go? Am I ready to open up, meet someone new? And therefore the love call is like you're sending from that. You haven't received that, but maybe you have been shown something that was really one-sided. And you think, well, that is over. I'm shifting away from that. I feel like that could tie into this. But can I have something for like this collective? Do they want to like meet someone new, get back out there? You could be planning setting a date with someone like the chaser. So maybe you have chased that. Maybe you have chased that, like. And I'm hearing it like in the reading yesterday. Maybe you watched that and you were like, and that's why we got into that deviation about when do you know if a reading is for you. I'm just, if you hear something, right, whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be reading, right? It's just generally in life. Someone says something and it strikes you. It hits something within you. Like, can we say it? It hits your ego. It hits a string within you. You have some kind of reaction to it that maybe gets you to pause or start reflecting or overthink again with this. Sometimes with the words, I need to word this correctly, but if someone says, this is going to be the most stupidest example, but okay, someone says you're a duck, and you sit there and you question yourself because the deviation where we talked about not really knowing oneself. Anyways, just hear me out. I feel like this would make sense. Someone says to you, you're a duck, and you do not know within yourself, well, am I a duck? So you start questioning that. You start thinking, well, maybe I am a duck. Have I always been a duck? Do I want to be a duck? Why would they say that I'm a duck, you know? But if, on the other hand, you then know yourself, like truly within every fiber of your being, you know who you are, and someone says you're a duck, you will be like, I ain't a duck, and you just move on because you know who you are. So what does it matter what someone else thinks, right? I feel like it makes sense. And I know it's a funny thing to say. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes things just have to be simple, like, and ducks could be a sign for you, you know? And just so you know, if ducks are a sign for you, it's a very beautiful sign. Like, if you look into what ducks mean, a beautiful sign. And then maybe notice if you're seeing a lot of ducks, like, do they come in pairs? How many are they? Genuinely, are they showing up when you think about something particular? Then it is a clear sign within that, like a message to you. But getting back to the reading, you could have been healing your heart here. But I'm hearing that, like, questioning that. What's that reading for you? Oh. The girl talk, the addictions, like, okay. I want tarot. I feel like digging, where do I have that deck? A bit further when it comes to this, with how you see it. So, what does this collective, just to have it confirmed, Spirit, think that's going on when it comes to them? Some kind of mirror, date, chaser, golden mirror, grim reaper. What does this collective think is going on right here, right now? some kind of a messenger or a direct like message. It could be like tied in to a message with the page of wands. There's not anything on the spread when it comes to like someone looking like keeping an eye on you. Should I say that? Like, or looking at your socials or something like that. But it could also be that you're ready to like open up to dating someone again with the page of wands, like embarking on a new adventure. If you look in the mountains that are like behind him, leaving that behind, the burdens, the not enough, ascending from it and saying, I want something new. And then you're like here looking out on the land. Where do we go? What's in the horizon? I feel like my stomach is growling. It's a sign of confirming. Because you want this. You want a wish fulfillment. Like, you could be feeling you're ready for it. It could also be what you're looking towards. This is what I'm looking at. And I don't... It's a bit funny, like they're facing one another. If we set them up like side by side, right? He's looking at his and the other way. But him, he's straight out. And when they are on my table, I was just noticing it. These two are looking at each other, and him, he's like he's not being seen by one of them. Don't really even noticing. Could be a sign, could be something here. Maybe because we're not there yet. This is what you think is going on within you right now. Okay, so can I have one more for this page of wands? The moon. Something hidden, right? The moon talks about that. The moon also talks about the feminine energy, right? Talks about our intuition. But it also talks about things that we do not see in this moment of time. So there could be something here. When it comes to your intuition, you don't feel like you're seeing, right? Towards the time. Okay. Somehow I feel it fits. I take notice of the road ahead. Like if you see here on the card, it's very long, all the way in between the dogs, right? Or the fox and the dog, or is it a wolf and a dog? Not quite sure. But in between these two, up within the mountains, right? You can see the path all the way. We talked about this with him. Embarking on a new adventure, feeling like we're ready for it, but we maybe don't see it. Where would it lead us? How do we get there? Can I have one more? Victory. So you want a victory with this. You want a celebration. You want to have your wish fulfillment. You want to sail off into the sunset in a way, like it could be when it comes to love. It could be. Well, again, with date here, I don't get a vibe that you're like dating just to pass time. It would be to find the happy ever after, right? Page of Swords. The Devil and Two of Pentacles. So you could be looking at yourself when it comes to this devil energy, or you're very, very aware what kind of people that is being let in. Do they have tendencies or addictions or a way of acting or behaving that is not good? But it could, of course, it could tie into the self-absorbed, the narcissist, but it could also be within ourselves that we have a very materialistic gravity within us, that we want all of these nice things. We want new clothes, new makeup, a lot of things. And it talks about the balance in that. I feel it's a very beautiful outlook in a way if you are here looking at yourself, like pointing that finger inward and saying, where is my devil energy? I need to balance that out. I need to heal myself. But then again, you maybe are a bit in a chaser energy, maybe not towards like a specific person, because we have the Grim Reaper here, but wanting to find someone, right? But needing to find balance from within. And it could also be, again, what you think like you're ascending from. Can I have one on the Hierophant? Okay. That is commitment. So don't make the deviations fit. It is commitment. That's what you want. You want a higher commitment. And who do we, should I say that, like, who do we let in at our table? Do they have devil tendencies? Do they have bad addictions, bad finances, maybe a bad moral compass? Maybe are they a go-getter? Do they just talk, or are they acting on the things that they say they will? Are they all talk, no action, is what I'm hearing. Because the Hierophant is very traditional commitment, right? He's also very spiritual. He is the match with the High Priestess, right? So you could want that. And maybe you are a bit energetically chasing that within your own rights, like thinking about that very much, giving it a lot of thought and energy within you. Okay? 9 of Cups. Yeah, holding on to this wish fulfillment, just like we said it, giving it a lot of energy. Because too many. But the Four of Pentacles, you can see how he's sitting there holding on to everything. He has also turned his back to the city. You see the city behind him. Often cities can represent like, for one, it's like community. It makes sense with city. People are living in there, right? But a city can also indicate like this feeling of, I wouldn't say a party, but music, dancing, do you say humming? That is within a city, you know, like the bus, because there are people, there's always talk, there's always it doesn't have to be a noise, but there's always sound. It's never like quiet, real quiet. And he has his back turned on that. I feel like it's significant. It could very much be what you're going through right now, getting into what do I really want. Maybe being a bit more when it comes to being with a lot of people is what I'm feeling. Very much wanting just to be with you, figuring out, again, giving this a lot of thought about the love you then want to call in. The Two of Swords. There could be it definitely could indicate that, like with the Golden Mirror and the Grim Reaper, maybe you didn't think that you saw something right. I'm not saying if you did or did not. This should be like resonating with the process of thought you have had. Two of Swords, feeling at a crossroad, feeling like I don't see where I'm going. I don't see. I'm choosing not to see. There's nothing forcing her to hold her two swords. I'm not seeing anything. She can lay down the sword. She can take up the blindfold. And there's a new day awaiting. A beautiful new day. And that maybe ties in a bit to the moon as well. There's something here you feel like you're not seeing. Okay, collective. So that's an outlook you have in this moment of time. And I'm just going to say it yet again. Don't make it fit. That's a process of thought that you have. So if we take it now to what the universe says is going on when it comes to this collective. So universe, what do you see is going on in this moment of time with this collective? Universe, what do you see is going on in this moment of time, or what is going on? Let's get specific. What is going on, dear universe, within this moment of time, coming to this collective? Okay. Let's start by 3 cards. Hammer. It's the first one out. Sabotage, rebuilding, integration, repetitive, right? Persistent, working on it. Could be you, could be tied to you. Then it's the self-indulgent. Focus on self, work, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. If we take that deviation we did for your part, right? With maybe having this body dysmorphia, working on the overthinking mind, this ties in so beautifully, right? Which is a good thing. You could be very much agreeing in this moment of time with the universe. So if that's the case, you would be shown in your own right how you are in alignment. You could be seeing like a lot of 111. You could also be seeing like a lot of synchronized numbers or synchronized and mirrored numbers. So it could be like 12, 21, or it could be like 15, 51. I guess it maybe depend on where in the world you're at with how the clock looked. If you're on a 24-hour clock thingy, does it make sense? It's just, that's how it is for me here, right? But you could be seeing a lot of that. Car plates, or when you go shopping, it's like within those synchronized numbers, like, yeah. Then we have abundance. Keeping a positive mindset manifests exactly what you want, gratitude list. And we said that you're thinking about, what is it that I want? What kind of love do I actually want? What do I want at my table? What have I been shown when it comes to this? And is that even what I want? Beautiful. So universe, give us a little more about what is really going on for this collective. Way too many at the time. We have the chaser. It came out for your part as the well, but paired with the heartbroken. Okay, so you could have been chasing someone that deeply hurt you, or is deeply hurt, right? And sad, in separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. With what we talked about in your part, I feel it's tied to a person for you, and you have been chasing energetically. I was about to say independently. Energetically, that person. So what about this chaser? It talks about, and it doesn't have to be a karmic relationship, right? But within this dynamic in this moment of time, universe part. Karmic relationship, feeling triggered, turmoil, resentment, letting go and loving you. And you could be very much in that right now, the letting go and loving you. But also, if you're in your chasing energy, we do not know what your person is. There hasn't come anything specifically out when it comes to that. But there could be a lot of lessons. There could also be this resentment right now if you're in your chasing energy. And it could trigger. It could trigger you. It could trigger your person, right? But let's see. Can we get a bit more? Sunglasses, okay? Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Can we get one more for sunglasses? So something to do about seduction here. Okay? It talks about attraction, flirting, dating, and we had that deviation with you. Temptation and third-party interference, right? But then we have it with Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitating. It ties in a bit to the dating card, right? With you focusing on what is it that I really want. You could be calling something in. It could also be this person that you're tied to. We had that as well. I just want one more when it comes to Cupid's arrow. The golden mirror and the dragonfly. So it could be that person, right? That you have felt, we had that in your part. It was very self-absorbed, very one-sided. It could be feeling like a bit love bomby, or it has been feeling like that. But you have the dragonfly over it. So you are finding something out. Things are coming to light. Adapt, change, and heal. That also ties into the hammer, if there is a hammer period, but we do not have something about them being a runner or, as I said, a split to the runner. Okay. So it could be very much in this dynamic. I'm just kind of feeling, be careful. And then we have the mirror at the bottom. I want to get these when it comes to this dynamic spirit, this dynamic in this moment of time. Oh, okay. I'm not going to take all of these. They came a lot of. Someone else is in the middle, right? And then the honeymoon phase, just to tie you to it. It could have been a very shorter lit, and after, as I said it, Okay, kind of be careful. Liar. We have liar, and they could be lying about this. Like if they're wearing glasses, sunglasses, not the person could be wearing glasses, but more like if they're watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, right? Focusing out and making perceptions. If they have put those on, I don't feel like they would be truthful if there were any kind of communication within you right now. There's too much resentment. There's lessons here that they need to learn, that you need to learn as well. But what is going on within this dynamic right here, right now? Intuition. The red flags you ignore now will become back to bite you later. Okay. Honeymoon. So it has come out confirming it was a shorter lived romance, right? I don't feel like you're attending someone's wedding and move on. So to tie you to this, there could be something after the initial breakup, like if it were a shorter lived romance. So maximum, what would that make it? 6, maybe. I feel like 9 months is a bit long. Feel like maximum, I have to take notice of the time. Maximum, I would say 6 months. So again, don't make this fit. And trying to move on. And we saw that in your part. You think that is going on right here, right now. With the this is over, the Grim Reaper, right? I just want one more for that spirit. The moving on card here. What's really going on within this dynamic? The Gold Digger. Wanting your money being used. I don't necessarily think, without knowing it, that they're just here for your money or you were there for their money, but the being used card. Because that again talks into the golden mirror, right? And I feel like that's also what you need to be careful of right here, right now. They're telling you there's a liar here. Someone is being sneaky. Be careful. Okay, I'm being called. Oh, and these cards didn't come. That's the patience card, the pit, the pregnancy, the date night. There's a reason for it. Could be giving you some kind of indication to something. Where are they at? Where are they at? Yep, that's the one. I want these just to see. Please don't fall. Oh, all of these. They just fell. So many of the cards just fell. Can I? Oh my goodness. They are all over. That's a big sign now, isn't it? All over the place. Maybe your person is like that right now. Yes, Louise. What came out here? I'm just curious now. A lot of cards. I'm not going to take all of them, but like... Something about actions leading to success. Ooh, don't fall again. Like, please. And what was this? Be open and receptive. Embrace new beginnings with an eager heart. Like, does that mean an open heart? Consult, compassion, and peaceful. Parallel. Okay. And then there's a whole stack of cards. I'm not gonna pick them up. I can do that after when we have done this reading. Okay, Spirit. And then we have fake flags at the bottom of the deck. Anyways, dear Spirit, when it comes to this dynamic that the collective find themselves in, that is on this spread, I'm just curious, what is this same shit, different day? What is this liar, the red flags about? Let's get a bit. Well, they could be. Okay, well, we have that confirmed. looking you up, cyberstalking, studying you, getting information, and bankrupt. You could know this for a fact, or it's just to give you that, like, and that would maybe make them a bit, if they want you to pay their way or lend you money or anything. But then again, why would you if you ain't even talking? You're in separation. But let's say more about this liar spirit, the bank thing here. Giving money, as we said it, like paying their bills, always asking, trying to buy love. If that's you, collective, put up that boundary. Like, and I feel like this is significant. It says no facts, all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storytelling. This could tie you to that person, you know, always partying. And we said that if you're leaving that behind, like the city life, we got into a deviation about that with the Four of Pentacles. Give me more when it comes to this liar spirit, this liar. Unfazed. That ain't good. Like, that ain't good. And then move on. We need to move on from that's not good. Unfazed. Doesn't care. Didn't flinch. You can't shake me. If that person is just sitting there, like, not giving, bad karma. Fake accounts lurking on your socials. Hidden identity, can't stop watching. You would be feeling this, collected. And we talked about this in the beginning, that you all of a sudden have these feelings that some emotion just come rushing over you and you don't know where they're from. Cock blocking. Can you say that on this app? Is that word allowed? I'm sorry if it isn't. In their head, making assumptions, creating stories, trust issues. Okay, about this, moving on, my angels. Like, same shit, different day. Inside scoop, a closer look. Nosy, up in your business. I feel like that's so significant. He's standing there and looking at her walking away. Uninterests. You need to become that, my angels, unbothered. And you could be like, with the ascension, you feel like at least you're going through, right? And the universe is saying hammer. And it could be something, again, we had a bit about it with the cards that were left, but romantic affair. Maybe it's to tie you to this person, so you know, again, 100% who it is that we are talking about. So let's just get a bit more. Let's do we do tarot for this part as well, just to like completely match? Or do we go another way? Maybe I need to be careful at the time. Whew. My time is almost up. I need to hurry. I feel like we're going to do these just to see. Or are we? No. We're going to do the cards that's on the table. I wanted them from the beginning. I'm going to do those. So, we're going to take this deck and see. Universe, when it comes to this collective. I would like one more though. 2 more. Okay. Okay. So something to do with the sacred desire, and we had the bit with the seduction card, right? Limited beliefs, and then we have trauma. And again, at the bottom of a deck, entanglement. I am just gonna read, where is it? Like some of this for you, collective. I just feel my decks all over the place. But number 4. And we had a bit about that deviation, right? In the beginning, with when you were a child, it would start this trauma. I feel like that's the part we have to read here with the number 4, sacred desire in a child. So what was scared to your younger self? What did you desire more than anything as a child? Can you remember your childhood dreams and how they felt in your body? What happened to them as you grew older? Say out loud with your inner child, our dreams are sacred. That is cute, isn't it? When it comes to journey, so I feel like, again, significant within you right now with the page of wand. We talk about that and the moon. What do you notice as you gaze at this card? I will let you see it. Are you drawn to a particular color or shape? Allow your focus to soften and stay with a sharp and stay with a shape or a color that calls you. Feel the resonance with your sacred desire and feel your heart activate. If anything were possible, what would you do? Listen. That's beautiful. I hope you got a close look at it. It is beautiful. A lot of vibrant, beautiful colors. Number 32, limited, that word. Oh, that word. Here it is. Okay. The inner child. How does your inner child feel about this card? Notice what is keeping them in a cage. What are the thoughts and fears that presents your inner child from stepping out of the cage and following their yearning to be free? What were the limited beliefs you accepted as your own? Do you believe yourself to be emotional, lazy, disorganized, a failure, a fraud, unlovable? What does this internal critic tell you? Wow. Wow. I feel like that was smack bang. Good reflections to do, right? Good, and my heart is starting pumping. Usually that's a sign that resonated deeply. 33, trauma. Who was there for you in difficult moments? Was there a safe person you could share your struggles with as a child? If nobody was available, remember, it is not too late. You are here now to comfort and support the younger you. Take a moment to hold your inner child and look at this card together. Honor any discomfort as it arises. It may be uncomfortable to look at this card. Breathe slowly and deeply. Notice sensations in your body and name feelings as they rise. Give yourself permission and time to feel. Allowing yourself to feel is how we free ourselves from grips of the past. If you notice any constrictions or contractions. Allow your breath to move through you and bring softness into any tense area. Take your time, relax your jaw as you breathe. Connect with your toes, your feet, and your legs. Remind yourself that you have a body and what right here, right now, and that right here, right now, you are safe and are doing important work. Because this could be triggering you, I feel like. That was where my mind went when I read that. That these two cards could be triggering and cause or like dragging up trauma. And we had that with the Golden Mirror card, right? And I'm beginning a bit now to lose my voice. It could make you feel like that. But in a positive way. And there's a reason why we went through these cards. We talked about the triggers in general, like this, the Golden Mirror again, and these are like dedicated to inner child healing. So it could be that all of these triggers right here, right now, that you need to focus on, they're about inner child healing. Important work, beautiful work. I need to wrap this up, my angels. I need to. So I'm just gonna see if we can give you a bit of encouragement. I want to look into like crystals that could be very significant for you in this moment of time, that you could work with, that you could find comfort in, that you could feel drawn to, that you may need to buy, or you have just bought, or you want to buy. Oh, what is that? Lapis lazuli, right? Stepping out to sovereignty. Beautiful. That could be very significant. Lapis, maybe I'm butchering that word. It's like not an easy word to say for European. What is this? Turquoise. Find your way home. And you are in a way that right now, like with your inner child. Recharge your destiny. Labradorite could also be significant. So that could be crystals that you need to go find. You need to go look them up. You need to use them to get what you can get from them energetically. You need to use that to emphasize this chapter within yourself right here, right now. And I know I'm a bit rushed right now because I need to leave. But we have like an important moon phase that is coming up as well. So just quickly, I want to give you something that as well. Okay. Time to give rather than take. Okay, new moon in Virgo. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. I don't know about that romantic cycle. I feel like that would have to be within yourself, to be honest. But 100% is a time to give, but give to yourself. Again, I don't feel like it's about coming outside of yourself. I feel like it's coming within yourself. A new start is coming. But it's your journey, right? It's within you, not external, internal. Within your fiber of your being. I would leave it at that, my angels. I know it's a bit rushed, but I will be back another day, another time with another reading, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, listening. I love you. Have a great day. Bye, my angels.